2077, they voted my city the worst place to live in America. Main issues? Sky-high rate of violence, and more people living below the poverty line than anywhere else. Can't deny it, it's all true. But everybody still wants to live here. This city's always got a promise for you. Might be a lie, an illusion. But it's there, just around the corner. And it keeps you going. It's a city of dreams. And I'm a big dreamer.
Hello everybody, my name is Nick and you're on my YouTube channel. Check out the intro, I think it deserves a like. The theme for today is the concept of a character from the game Cyberpunk 2077. For me this game is one of the best at the moment. I was captivated by this game, and whoever says what, this game is cool. Well, at least for me, I really like this game and it won my heart, so I want to show you how to create a character from reference. It will be a voodooist who is a resident of Night City, so sit down more comfortably, we'll start. And before we start, I would like to say thank you for the tremendous support for the likes and views on my previous video, and I would be glad to see comments and likes on this video. Thanks friends! But I would still like to briefly describe the character from the Voodoo gang. It is assumed that this group consists entirely of people of Haitian blood. The Voodoo boys are closed and secretive gang that distrusts strangers. Initially the gang consisted exclusively of priests and priestesses, representing the most famous caste in the Creole culture of the Haitian diaspora. In 2062, the destructive forces of a changing climate wiped out Haiti from the face of the earth, and they marked the beginning of a new chapter in the history of Voodoo boys. Recently the gang has become a kind of self-proclaimed advocate for the interest of Haitian refugees. Most of the Voodoo boys are netrunners, and their body calling suits and neural implants are standard elements of every member's daily outfit, complemented by specific elements of Voodoo culture like dreadlocks, tattoos. Due to the homogeneity of the Creole diaspora in the Pacific and the lack of police in the area, it is not possible to find out accurate data such as the numbers, structure and goals of the gang. However, they are known to spend a lot of energy searching and research the old network. Rumor has it that the Voodoo boys are constantly investigating the black screen in the hope of establishing contact with those on the other side of the barrier and skins and programs. For this kind of activity the gang has earned the dislike of the Netwatch. The main activity of the gang is to break into banks, data and accounts of various corporations. In search of classified and overclassified data, they constantly violate the law established by Netwatch, especially in relations to contact with network systems. Voodoo boys also work as mercenaries of private individuals who are interested in various kind of network operation or in exploring forgotten and old destroyed areas of the old network. They are also involved in the theft of virtual currency. I didn't want to create a specific copy of a specific character, therefore I decided to introduce a little of my interpretation. Since this is not a specific character in the Voodoo gang, I tried to make him a more neutral citizen of the Night City with Voodoo cultural attributes. I went online and found a lot of African references. This helped me in creating the image of my future character. At the first stage, I drew the line art of my future character. Then I used the lasso tool to paint over large areas of the body faster. The creation of such a concept took no more than 4 hours of my time. Oddly enough, the creation of this video took me more time. Therefore, I ask you to subscribe, like and leave a comment. Thank you. I gradually move on to the second stage. I decided on which side the light and shadow will be, and I start to outline it on my concept. I also began to clarify the detail on the face, began to draw a mask. I use the same brush as in the previous video. I'll attach a link to this video in the upper corner, so you can follow the link and view. Considering our character's background, I painted him dreadlocks as a cultural feature. Thus, I emphasized his character. Refining the details on the character's body, I outline the fallen shadow on the character. I deepen his left cheekbone and dreadlocks in the shadows. Since I do not want to focus too much attention on this, the concept should look holistic. I refine his body, refine his hands, but I try not to get stuck in one place. I try to work out the whole character in general. Since this is a concept, I decided to emphasize the outline of the character with a little line to make it stand out even more. Refine and work out the legs, knees and calves. Since Africans have a high calves, I take these features into account in anatomy. I also started drawing his shoes. These are modern sneakers. I took the standard Converse as a basis and slightly modified them. Sometimes in my works, I use original photos as a reference and try to refine them on top. So I did with the shorts, since we cannot always imagine how folds should lie on the fabric. I advise you to use references, it makes your work very easy. I also decided to add rivets similar to rocker or punk rivets to the sneakers. I drew one and multiplied them and tweaked them in perspective with the warp tool. So that is all. I'm waiting for your comments under this video if you liked it. And in the comments write from which game I can draw art. I am an experienced player, so I think your views may coincide with mine. Well, by tradition, put likes and subscribe to me on social networks.